Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Green. You're watching AMTV Alternative Media Television. It is, of course, Thursday, October 13th, 2016. And political power grows out of the barrel of a gun. Make no mistake about it, folks. Hillary Clinton wants your guns. Barack Obama wants your guns. The radical left wants your guns. And Americans will die. I've been putting out this warning for years. This isn't new. In fact, we dropped a bombshell documentary. This is way back when AMTV was Greenwave. Some of you have been with me that long. We've been going on 10 years now. And I've been putting out an urgent message to the American people and those of you around the world going on nearly 10 years now. They want your guns. It's a death by 1,000 cuts. And we've seen it in history before. Political power grows out of the barrel of a gun. Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, the likely next president of the United States, wants that power. Keep in mind, over half of the country does not agree with Hillary Rotten Clinton. They make up the deplorable class. What do you think Hillary Clinton's going to do if and when she's selected, not elected, but selected as the next commander in chief? She's going to squash and destroy her political opponents, the deplorables. I mean, think about it from her perspective, folks. This is dangerous. Over half of the country knows Hillary Rodham Clinton is a criminal. Over half the country wants her in prison, wants her in jail, wants her to pay the price of her sin in criminal activity. So what do you think she's going to do if political power grows out of the barrel of a gun? What do you think she's going to do when given the opportunity, selected as the next president of the United States? Well, she's going to go after that political power, which means she's going to go after your guns. Again, I did a piece on this doesn't feel like long ago, but I guess it was, called The Executive, the real reason Barack Obama wants your guns. It went super viral at the time. It was really my first attempt at a documentary, and it did very well. And we go back through history, and I show you the historical precedent of how dangerous this is. The Second Amendment, folks, is all we've got in this country. It's all we have. It protects what I'm giving you right now. Freedom of speech. Just a regular guy sitting in a room, as I've been doing for nearly 10 years now, and giving you the truth. My opinion. My political dissent from the ruling class. We've seen the Constitution just destroyed under the leadership of Barack Obama over his 2 terms. We've seen this country radically transformed beyond recognition. And Hillary Clinton and her campaign have pushed such hate, such division, such vitriol, unlike anything we have ever seen, a great divider, just like Barack Obama. Promised to bring the country together. Does this look like a country united to you? Americans will die after Hillary comes after your guns. There's precedent for this. There will be a war. We have the right to form a well-regulated militia in this country and defend ourselves. There is a reason our founding fathers put these checks and balances in place. because they knew that a tyrannical government would rear its ugly head once again. And I ask, I plead as the watchman, as many of you, watchmen and watchwomen. Are we not there now? That crux in the road. That time when we must fight. Our liberty, our freedom, our livelihoods, our families' well-being at stake. This great country has been demolished by these people, and it's they who divide us further. For those of you that think this is a conspiracy theory, James O'Keefe just caught one of Hillary Clinton's lackeys on camera, on a hot mic, saying this: Hillary might issue executive order on guns. Might. I would guarantee it. There's a reason why I titled my video on Obama, The Executive. The real reason he wants your guns. Again, it's a death by 1,000 cuts. They say they don't want your guns, but they do. Political power grows out of the barrel of a gun. And Hillary Clinton wants that power, and over half of the country disagrees with her, wants her in jail. This is dangerous to the establishment. They know how dangerous this is. They know how dangerous America is. The checks and balances that our founding fathers put in place in the first place, so that when we saw tyranny like this, we could check that balance and we could fight back. According to Feingold, Hillary to issue executive order on guns. Russ Feingold, the former Democratic senator from Wisconsin, who is running again in an attempt to win back his old Senate seat, was recorded at a fundraiser saying that Hillary Clinton might issue an executive order on guns. The video was captured by Rebel James O'Keefe, Project Veritas, at an August 17th, $2,700 per head fundraiser held at the Palo Alto, California home of Democratic donors Amy Rao and Harry Plant. Palo Alto is located 10 minutes away from Stanford University, of course, where Feingold taught after leaving his position as a special envoy at the U.S. State Department. Feingold can be heard specifically in this video discussing what Hillary Clinton could do in relation to guns if she were to be elected President of the United States. He says, quote, if there's still a Republican control on Congress and if Hillary is elected, is there anything she can do to, this is a person asking Feingold this within the video. Well, there might be an executive order, he responds. Might be. No, yeah, it's just a maybe. Don't worry about it. It's fine. These people are above the law. Let them get away with anything. Who cares about any of these truths that we've spoken about over the years? The criminal activity, the foundation, Benghazi, the deaths of so many people, the wars that we predicted here at AMTV, like in Syria. People say, oh, Christopher, give me one prediction you were right about. Well, first of all, there's a lot, and that's a pretty darn major one, and we've got the evidence to prove it. I told you there'd be a war in Syria. I told you there'd be a smoke screen. I told you there'd be mass death. And what did we get? A big, giant freaking war and mass death. Again, this isn't about predicting the future. It's about reading between the lines of the mainstream media and the political establishment ruling class. That is telegraphing to you everything that's coming on so many levels. It's quite unbelievable, actually, if you really just open your eyes. There was a video I put out years ago that actually made it to the Clinton News Network. It was pulled by Anderson Pooper at the time, titled, Americans Will Die After Gun ban. Let's go to that clip. Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Green. You're watching Green Wave TV, alternative media television. I want to talk to you today about what I think is going to happen next with the executive order that President Barack Obama is pushing and forcing on the American people. And first off, this is just absolutely absurd. Read the Second Amendment. Read it. We have every right to form a well-regulated militia here in the United States so that we can adequately defend ourselves from a tyrannical, oppressive government. Now, anytime power is concentrated within a select few individuals, or maybe even one person in this case, or the people that control and puppeteer President Barack Obama, we've got a problem. And I want you to think about this for a moment. Without a Congress, that's what executive power means. President Barack Obama has passed more executive orders than any other president in the history of America in the few short 100+ years, 200+ years that we've been a free land. An executive order means there is no Congress anymore. Think about that. There is no government here in the United States anymore. This guy just does whatever he wants. And, you know, Americans constantly ask, and they'll ask me, they'll say, Christopher, why do we need automatic weapons? Why do we need AK-47s? Why do we need magazines with more than 10 bullets? I'll tell you why. It's in the Second Amendment. How can we form a well-regulated militia if we don't have the same arms that the military has, that our government has, that the police has? What are we going to do? Are we going to fight an oppressive government with baseball bats? Are we going to fight with our fists while they're shooting us down with machine guns? There's a reason why our founding fathers put the Second Amendment in the U.S. Constitution. And remember, all you loudmouth liberals out there, and it really isn't a liberal versus conservative thing, but all of you loudmouth liberals out there that say, Obama, take my guns, we don't need AK-47s, we don't need these weapons, I've got a message for you. The First Amendment, freedom of speech, is protected by the Second Amendment, Amendment number 2. And without that, we don't have the freedom of anything. Reread the Second Amendment. Reread it. We have every right to defend ourselves, and we have every right to form a well-regulated militia. Without that, we don't have a country. Now, let's keep in mind here. Let's keep in mind that America was founded on the Brits, people like Piers Morgan, these types of people, these tyrants trying to take away our guns. And now we have President Barack Obama doing just that. What the American people need to understand is that this isn't about Sandy Hook. This isn't about these tragic shootings. It's not about any of that. It's not about what happened in Aurora, Colorado. This has been the agenda of the global power structure from the very beginning. This has been the agenda of Obama and the people he represents since he was elected. The UN Disarmament Treaty was being pushed into motion before Sandy Hook ever occurred. Before Adam Lanza and these criminals and these insane people begin lighting people up. Before any of this ever happened, this has been the agenda. It's not that President Barack Obama or our government officials don't like guns. They love guns. They're killing people and blowing people up every single day. What do you think's happening in the Middle East? Obama is murdering millions of people overseas. It's not that they don't like guns. No, what they like is power, and that's what this gun grab is about. It's about power, and it's about control. He who fires through the barrel of a gun wields his power on the rest of the land. And that's exactly what we have today. This is about power. This is about control. We have seen this time and time again throughout history. We saw this with the rise of Hitler. We saw this with the collapse of Russia, the USSR. They confiscate the guns first. They sell the American public on the idea that it'll be safer, that there'll be less of these crazy people killing people at schools, killing people at movie theaters, and once they have your guns, they start killing you. It's happened time and time again throughout history. Things got so bad in Russia during the collapse that people actually turned to cannibalization. I'm not making this shit up. It was so bad that they actually began eating each other.
and you were shot in front of your family members by the government. Hitler took you out, threw you into a concentration camp, and blew your brains out in front of your family. Yet here we are making the same mistakes that we have studied and that we know has happened in the past. And now we're making the mistake here in the United States. Thank God we have well-regulated militias in this country. Thank God we have militias here in Arizona, my home state, and militias in Texas. And thank God they're armed to the teeth. Because they're going to need the arms that they've been stockpiling the past few years. They're going to need the training. These are the only people...
Hey folks, so I think that's a healthy reminder. Again, that video was posted years ago, and you can watch it in its entirety. Americans Will Die After Gun Ban. It was actually broadcasted on CNN when I posted it. The Clinton News Network, just a healthy reminder, and it just proves the point that nothing's changed. It's gotten worse. Hillary Clinton is a continuation of Barack Obama. Barack Obama has always gone after and has always wanted your guns. Hillary Clinton wants your guns. And I continue to plead with the American people and those of you around the world to study your history. Because people will die as a result. I've got to go to a quick break. Please support our sponsor, safeandvaultstore.com. We've got a special link, promo code. Save 10% on your next safe or vault with AMTV10. That's AMTV10. Click the link below right now. I'll be right back after these brief messages.
And in the media.
Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton want your guns. So protect your guns with the safeandvaultstore.com. That's the safeandvaultstore.com. Click the link below right now. We got a special promo for AMTV customers exclusively. Get 10% off in-stock gun safes, and with your purchase, get either 10% off or a free light kit. Enter promo code AMTV10 for 10% off. That's AMTV10, or free kit to get a free lighting kit. Enter promo code LIGHTME. Promo code LIGHTME. Again, that's a safeandvaultstore.com. Special link for AMTV customers exclusively. Click the link below right now. They want your guns, so protect your guns with the safe. Thank you for your support. Really appreciate everybody tuning in. We are, of course, live right now. Please share this video. Like it, favorite it, subscribe. Get it out to your friends and family. Plead with them that they educate themselves. I have some anonymous information I want to share with you about Hillary Clinton. And again, it's difficult to verify all the sources that are sent to us, all the anonymous information leaked to us, but you can imagine that we get, hundreds, thousands of emails on a weekly basis. And I'd like to share this with you. This is from Anonymous. All 33,000 deleted emails referring to Hillary are going to be released by November 1st, probably in 4 to 5 different sets. And we're seeing some of this now with the Podesta leak, by the way. These emails are going to be the complete undoing of the Democratic Party. We are purposely holding them back so that they cannot have time to replace Hillary. Also, we are not Russian, as the mainstream media and Hillary Clinton continues to blame Russia for all these leaks of damaging information and damaging truth. So despite what CNN tells you, we already have inside info that Obama is literally going to start a war with Russia. This is something I've talked about very extensively for years now. This is nothing new. To cover up the crimes that are in the emails, we are talking that Obama and Hillary are being held for treason and ending up with the same terrorists that they have influenced, referring to ISIS, by this time next year. And because of that knowledge, they're going to start a war to cover it up, or at the very least misdirect attention to something perceived to be far more serious. Again, did I not report yesterday Russia just ordered all of its children studying abroad to be sent back home? See, Vladimir Putin actually cares about his population. He prepares them and is preparing them for nuclear war right now. Not here in America. We're just watching TMZ and, latest what's going on with Kim K's ass. Again, this is anonymous information sent to me, and I'm sharing it with you. And I'd like you to make up your mind I'm not telling you to believe my words. I'm just sharing information. I'm sharing education. The email's coming through the next 2 weeks, and there are 6 videos being released, some of which have already dropped. One that documents Hillary slandering and being racist against a female African American. The amount of hatred seen on her face for their community will be worse than 100 Trump tapes. Hopefully you're tuning in, Hillary. You should be watching this. This could be of concern to you right now and your rigged campaign. Also, there are documents and videos coming this week that will destitute any faith in the Democratic Party, specifically with Hillary's campaign. We have them committing felonies on camera, the kind that make the voter fraud that we have seen so far, released by WikiLeaks and Julian Assange, look like a freaking jaywalking incident. Are you paying attention, Hillary? I hope you're tuning in. It will show exactly how Hillary and her evil criminal campaign control the media and the election. Thousands of emails have already been released, folks. The Podesta bulk of emails, which keep just dropping. Keep hitting the wires. More information we continue to learn. I'm not even going to release all of this important document today. I'm going to hold on to most of the damaging information. Timing is everything. Those engaged in the intelligence war understand this. And those of you tuning in get it. Let's go over some things we just recently learned about Hillary. This came out through the recent bulk of emails dropped. And again, these kinds of things are going to look like a jaywalking incident compared to what we've got coming. Clinton campaign mocks Catholics, Southerners, needy Latinos in emails. Wait a minute, I thought she was so PC. Long before Hillary Clinton called millions of Americans a basket of deplorables, her top campaign, thank you for the compliment, by the way, Hillary, I appreciate it. Her top campaign advisors and liberal allies openly mocked Catholics, Southerners, and a host of other groups, according to newly released emails that offer a stunning window into the vitriol inside the Clinton world less than a month before Election Day. The emails published by WikiLeaks after a hack of Clinton campaign chairman John Podesta's private account also show Clinton campaign officials and Democratic leaders disparaging supporters of Senator Bernie Sanders as a self-righteous whiner, calling Hispanic Party leaders such as Bill Richardson needy Latinos, end quote, labeling CNN anchor Jake Tapper a dick, end quote, and even lambasting longtime Clinton ally Sidney Blumenthal. The sheer number of insults in the email trove has left the Clinton campaign, along with outside organizations such as the Center for American Progress that were routinely involved in the brutal bad-mouthing, unable or unwilling to respond. But it's Russia's fault. Yeah. That darn Vladimir Putin's just been hacking away. Didn't Putin say, hey, it doesn't matter who leaked this information? And by the way, he said that he didn't. He said it's exposing the truth. And that's all Americans should really care about. Such danger. Such vitriol. Such division in American today. Trump repeats call to jail Hillary Clinton. Hillary's been slamming him recently in the media. Says Hillary Clinton on Wednesday slammed rival Donald Trump's pure negativity in their bitter presidential race as he adopted an increasingly incendiary tone and renewed his call for the Democratic nominee to go to jail. With less than 4 weeks before Election Day and Clinton maintaining her edge in national polls, the pair bore down on key battleground states where the race is likely to be decided. Trump slammed his opponent, declaring her a criminal You should be prosecuted for endangering national security by using a private email account while Secretary of State and deleting some 33,000 email messages while she was under investigation and being subpoenaed. After getting the subpoena to give over your emails and lots of other things, she deleted the emails, a fired up Trump told supporters in Lakeland, Florida. She has to go to jail, Trump says to resounding cheers. Folks, we have never seen America so destitute, so disgraced. WikiLeaks releases another 2,000 Podesta emails in part 6 of data dump. And again, we've been going through these troves. It just, so much coming out on Hillary. So much evil coming out on her campaign. It just shows you the hardcore evidence of who this person truly is. And folks, again, what you've seen thus far will pale in comparison to what's coming out in the coming days and weeks. It'll make what's been released so far, this is courtesy of Zero Hedge here on the Podesta email leak, it'll make it look like a church picnic, a jaywalking incident. Picks up money from countries around the world like Saudi Arabia, and Qatar, by the way, donated $1 million to Bill Clinton on his birthday, a country that hates women, oppresses females, rapes them, beats them. Hillary's like, yeah, sure, yeah, donate to my husband's birthday. That's great. We'll take an extra $1 million. That's how we made our $250 million, by the way, through the Clinton Foundation. Not a real business. Nothing real about it. It's not like they sell a widget, product, or service or anything. It's just a pay-to-play scam. Hey, Hillary, here's a donation. Bill, here's a donation. Do what we tell you. New emails released by WikiLeaks in connection with its dump of John Podesta's email server indicate that Qatar, an Islamist state in the Persian Gulf, gave former President Bill Clinton a check for $1 million for his birthday. The email indicates foundation officials also met with representatives from Brazil, Peru, Malawi, to Rwanda to discuss donations and philanthropic strategies for the foundation. Qatar would like to see Bill for 5 minutes in New York City to present $1 million that Qatar promised for Bill's birthday in 2011, according to the Director of Foreign Policy for the Clinton Foundation, as written in 2012. I want you to imagine for a minute Hillary Clinton selected as the next president of the United States, which is a likely occurrence of events because the whole system is rigged, and what she's going to do when she cements her power. After she's two-faced the American public, what is she going to do to her opposition, the deplorables? She's got information on all of you, by the way. Every single person, not just you tuning in, but every single person in this country and abroad that detests her and her campaign, that disagrees with her and her campaign, that is opposition and indirect opposition to her politics. What do you think a woman like Hillary Clinton is going to do? Again, I tell you to study history because history is repeating itself now. We've seen this radical transition take place over the last 2 terms of Barack Obama, and now we have an extension into the 3rd term that makes up a continuation of Obama's policies and Hillary Rodham Clinton. You know, the radical left, they're the violent ones. In fact, a rape protester, one that was wearing, I believe, a rape shirt, you know, with Bill Clinton's face on it, was beaten by the social justice warriors at a Hillary Vegas rally event. This just happened. The PCers, yeah, the good doers, just beating a protester exercising their freedom of speech. I mean, these are the social justice warriors, folks. These are the PCers, the binary gender people out there. What is it? Miley Cyrus is a pansexual. I heard this the other day. It means she basically does not discriminate against any gender, gender identity, sexuality. She just goes with the flow with whatever's coming her way. Like, how effed is America today? And this is what children in America sit and watch. They're like, pansexual. I want to be a pansexual just like Miley Cyrus. I'm at a loss of words. I really am, folks. Like, if you think this is normal, you're nuts. You're absolutely insane. Donald Trump has exposed so much about Hillary Clinton and Bill, Slick Willie, and so much about Barack Obama, and so much about this criminal scam that makes up Washington politics today, that the only thing Hillary Clinton and establishment politicians can do is attack him, sink so low, dig up as much dirt as they can, just weeks conveniently before the election. But like I said, don't worry, and I haven't released all the information yet. What's coming will be far more damaging to Hillary Clinton in the coming days. But they're stooping so low. Remember when Hillary was like, when they go low, we go high. When they go low, we go high. Well, you're the ones that actually dug up the Access Hollywood account, hot mic of Donald Trump making some very lewd commentary. You're the one that dug it up, so you went low in actuality. And you're trying to sell the idea to the American public that you're going high. No, you're going low. You're the scum. You're the dirt. This just came out. NBC planned to use Trump audio tape to influence the debate and the election, what they released just before the second presidential debate on the hot mic tapes coming from the Access Hollywood bus, something that Donald Trump apologized before, but proof here that NBC was holding on to it for the perfect moment because the insiders hate Donald Trump. They do not like him. They want to end him. In fact, it's why Donald Trump's so popular. Everybody hates this guy, except for over half of America that keeps filling up his rallies. Which is why you'll know it's a scam and a rig job if he loses, because all you have to do is visually compare, as we did on the ground, a Donald Trump rally, which is wrapped around the building. Again, we were up in Prescott. There's only 5,000 people allowed in the building. 20,000 people showed up. This is one of our smaller cities. Wrapped around the freaking building. 20,000 freaking people. You compare it to Hillary, and there's no one there. It's just a morgue. You know, she populates with her own base of constituents and bodyguards, but that's about it. I told you Hillary Clinton and her campaign had been sitting on those tapes for months, right? They had to go back very far and look very deep to find the damaging information of basically Donald Trump just having locker room talk. I mean, Obama says things like pussy all the time. In fact, I saw Mark Dice play a clip of it yesterday. You should go watch the video. You don't see that from the mainstream media. You don't see, as we showed yesterday, Barack Obama showing off his big, hard you-know-what between his legs on a plane. You don't see that video. It looks pretty lewd to me. These PCers are so sanitized in their artificial reality that it's ridiculous. It makes America and Americans look like an absolute laughingstock, which is exactly what we've become. I've got to take a quick break. I've got a lot more today's show. Please click the link below. Support our sponsor, Swiss America. Download their free 12-page executive summary. I talk about gold. I talk about silver all the time. It should be a part of any well-diversified investment portfolio. Download their free report. You have nothing to lose. Just click the link below. It's free. 12-page executive summary on money, morality, and the machine. I'll be right back after these brief messages. Thank you again for all your support. Get our new 12-page executive summary from our partner, Swiss America, today. Click the link below. Again, get a free report on money, morality, and the machine. Has the American empire gone the way of Rome? All this easy, funny money credit, quantitative easing into infinity, 0% interest rates. Is there any morality to the money system today? Again, click the link below right now. From our partner Swiss America, download Money, Morality, and the Machine, 12-page executive summary on Smith's Law in an Unethical, Overgoverned Age by Craig R. Smith. Click the link below right now or give them a call at 1-800-289-2646. That's 1-800-289-2646. Act now. Hey everybody, we are back. Thank you again for your tremendous support. If you're tuned in live right now, make sure to like this video, share it worldwide. Again, I'm pleading with you to get the truth out to more and more people. We're depending on you. We need your help. We need your support. We can't do it alone. I'd actually like to take some questions and ask me something good. So if you're watching this live right now, put your question, comment in the box below and I'll go to it. Let me see if I can look it up here, as YouTube kind of makes it difficult for me to find the live broadcast. Let's see if I can grab it here. And in the meantime, you can put your question. There it is. I see it. I see Hillary Clinton's dangerous face. Turn the volume off. We don't want to disturb you with too much audio feedback. Oh, folks, it's really come to this. Moving in here into the live chat. Amadeus says, the only thing I can do is to share my love to Mr. Trump. Someone else says, Donald Trump should say he will pardon Chelsea if she comes forward and releases information. Hashtag WikiLeaks 10. Captain Kimchi says, what can we do to protect against the inevitable election fraud? I say get the education of the truth out ahead of time. Let people know that the election is rigged ahead of time. Get people out to vote. We still need to exercise our right, whatever very little right or freedom that they give us, even if it is rigged. And then let's prove it's rigged if it is in fact rigged. L. Griffin says, not all blacks are stupid, as a lot think. Apparently our vote matters, or else there wouldn't be pandering. Well, yeah, you know, Trump needs all Americans, and I don't really think it has anything to do with race or anything like that, but he needs support of all Americans, black, white, polka dot, purple, pink. But he does need to pick up African Americans, Latinos, obviously. That's a major issue for him in terms of, you know, garnering enough support to actually win what is needed. Zebby's channel says, Chris, make more video about Jesus our Savior. I'll consider it. KNT says, realize, realize, realize. Bullets for teeth says Paul Ryan equals a traitor. Yeah, he is. I would agree with that. The AZ1 Addict says, hey, Chris, have you seen the video of the Democrats saying they would shred mail in votes for Trump? No, I haven't seen that. I'll look into that. Brandy says, Donald Trump for president. Another individual says, I am ready to protect America. Larry Strand says the system is corrupted. Maria says, yes, Bill Clinton has HIV/AIDS, about to die, and his black son just want to meet him. And his father says no. Chelsea Clinton, not Bill Clinton's daughter. These people are crazy, Bill and prostitutes. I actually have talked about this, and I don't know if Bill has HIV per se, although anything's a possibility, with all the lewd sexual acts and alleged rapes that he's committing on a regular basis. But he is obviously very ill. And if and when Hillary Clinton's selected as next president of the United States, there's a good chance that Bill won't survive the office. And as we've talked about, which mysteriously, it seems like the mainstream media just completely moved past it, there's no guarantee Hillary Clinton survives, which I've also talked about extensively. Her health is on the ropes, as we've seen quite literally with her having overt seizures on camera, literal collapse into moving vehicles, mafia, mobster style, and all other kinds of strange, almost hypnotic events that have transpired in just recent weeks. I mean, how crazy is this? How insane has America become? Really, America is off its rocker. War's coming, folks. Vladimir Putin has ordered all students, Russian students studying abroad, to come home right away. Why would he do that unless he was expecting war? Not way far off in the future, but like right now. What do you think's happening in Syria today? What do you think this destabilization of the Middle East is all about? What do you think the creation of ISIS is? The arming of rebels, the funding of the quote-unquote moderates that are hacking people's heads off. Where do you think this is going? Do you think this is just the epitome of peace moving forward? I mean, Hillary Clinton told us during the last debate she wants a no-fly zone in Syria. What do you think that means to Putin? That's a declaration of war. What do you think that means to Russia's ally, China? That's also a declaration of war. Where do you think this is headed? See if we can find some major headlines as the news just keeps breaking, folks. Live and in real time here on AMTV, Alternative Media Television. Again, share this video if you haven't already. Like it if you haven't already. Favorite it if you haven't already. U.S. military strikes Yemen after missile attacks. Iran deploys destroyers. I've done many pieces on this, how Iran is in actuality the final target. In fact, I have an exclusive video never before seen ever on YouTube. In fact, some of our best content actually isn't in the public sphere because I can't post it. It's on demand. You have to subscribe by clicking the link below, supporting us for the price of a cup of coffee at $4.95 a month and $49.95 a year. You can watch that video and dozens more. And all of our content completely ad and commercial free. Iran is the final target. It always has been. This is all leading up to that war. There was an interesting video put out by Southern Prepper One. Actually, yesterday, maybe some of you have heard of him. He's deserving of a lot more subscribers than he has. He's kind of your quintessential prepper. Does some how-to videos. In fact, I believe I had him on the show a long, long time ago, but I'd encourage you to subscribe to him. He deserves a lot more attention than he's getting. That's Southern Prepper One. You can search him on YouTube. I encourage you to subscribe. And if you do, please let him know that Christopher Green of AMTV sent you, a friend in this movement. And he was talking about yesterday the same story that I just mentioned, Vladimir Putin ordering all students abroad, including their parents, to rush home as soon as possible to essentially prepare for war. And he goes over the specifics and details of the different types of nuclear delivery systems and the different types of bombs, whether or not strategic nukes or tactical nukes. And he explains all of these differences in pretty great detail, as well as the differences between intercontinental ballistic missiles and delivery versus ballistic missile delivery. And then he goes over a couple different other examples of what could potentially happen and what to look for. Because here's the thing, folks. It doesn't matter who starts the next war, right? All that matters is that there's a war that you and I, you tuning in, me sitting here in this room, are affected by. Our lives are affected by. Our families are affected by. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter the he said, she said game or, how Hillary Clinton's going to, spin it. None of that matters. So check him out. I thought he did a really good job yesterday. I watched his clip. I hadn't tuned in a while since yesterday. I thought it was pretty informative. United States military strikes Yemen after missile attacks. The U.S. military launched cruise missiles on Thursday against 3 coastal raider sites radar sites in areas of Yemen controlled by Iran-aligned Houthi forces. After failed missile attacks this week on a U.S. Navy destroyer, U.S. officials said. Several hours later, Iran announced it had sent 2 warships to the Gulf of Aden, according to the semi-official news agency, establishing a military presence in waters off Yemen. The U.S. missile strikes authorized by President Barack Obama represent, well, did we get Congress on this one? Probably not. Represent Washington's first direct military action against suspected Houthi-controlled targets in Yemen's conflict. The Pentagon appeared to stress the limited nature of the strikes aimed at radar that enabled the launch of at least 3 missiles against the U.S. Navy ship USS Mason on Sunday and Wednesday. Some of you probably watched or heard about that. You know, it's interesting how Barack Obama and Hillary are always talking about, oh, no ground troops. Like, we're not going to send any ground troops into Syria, right? Even though the ground troops are ISIS, that's the ground troops that they created. But Hillary even mentioned this at the debate, I believe, if I remember correctly. Something along the lines, she said it, about how, you know, they're not going to send in ground troops to Syria. Well, it's not like you need ground troops. I mean, if you drop a nuke, that's far more devastating than ground troops. Like, oh, it's so good there's no ground troops there, but they wiped out 1 million people. I mean, these people are absolutely insane. They actually believe their own lies. They believe their own rhetoric. And it's crazy. Yeah, I talk about this all the time, how people will say, oh, you're so crazy. These are conspiracy theories. No, you're freaking crazy. You're the one that isn't awake, that is spiritually blind to the truth, encapsulated in your perfect world. You know, even driving into the studio here today, I see the beautiful natural environment of Arizona with, you know, our mountains, and the sun is shining and the clouds and everything is so beautiful. And then we're perfectly encapsulated in our perfect little buildings, you know, where we think that we're safe, you know, engrossed in all of our technology. Like, we think we're so proud of everything that we have. And it's like the world is literally walking on eggshells at any moment, at any given time. Everything could change. You know, this is something that our grandparents, I know mine did, they remember the Great Depression, they remember the wars, they remember the instability, they remember the poverty, they remember that mindset, they remember how fearful they were. You know, Americans are just blind to all of this. They think that we can, honest to God, grow continuously through infinite growth, courtesy of the Federal Reserve, at 0% forever, and that it's just going to be a straight shot to the moon forever, and that everything's going to be fine. I mean, I drive into my office, man, there's Maseratis and Ferrari. I mean, it's just crazy. I guess everything's fine. Don't worry about a thing. There will be consequences. Everything can turn on a dime, just like it did in 2008 and 2009. We saw the collapse, an engineered collapse, just like we saw 2001 with September 11th, an engineered event, and everything changed. We saw those American flags, you know, pop up on everybody's car. All of a sudden, everyone was a patriot in America, even though no one gave a shit before, but it was right after. Oh, God bless America. As people live in their encapsulated environment, and think that they are somehow removed from the reality of where all this is headed. Like the cell phone's going to stop them from a nuclear warhead. Like that's going to protect them from nuclear fallout. It's so scary, folks. And it's very real. Please support our sponsors. Support us. Check out our friend PointZeroEnergy.com right now. Click the link below. We've got a special link for you. In fact, I had David Willis on the program not too long ago. We did a special video on Hurricane Matthew. Check out all of their solar panel backup systems. They'll educate you directly. You can call them. It's not like one of these people, you know, you call them and you get some guy in India or something. These are real people, a family business. They'll coach you, help you develop a strategy on how to protect your family in the event of an EMP, a bomb going off, the grid goes down for maybe it's just a couple hours, maybe it's a day, maybe it's 2, maybe it's 3, maybe it's a week, maybe it's longer. Are you able to power your refrigerator, your home appliances, your essentials? Check Check them out today. By supporting them, you support us. That's pointzeroenergy.com. Let them know Christopher Green of AMTV sent you. Say hello to David and Sherry. These are good people. They've been supporting our program for a very long time. The particular unit I really like that I think is good for your kind of typical family is the HomeGrid 5000 HD. Tons of power, tons of backup, solar operated, amazing. It's the best I've seen on the market, which is why I've introduced you to them. Got to wrap up the show, folks. Thank you so much for everything you guys do. Get this message out everywhere. I'm pleading with you. Again, folks, Americans will die after Hillary gun ban. This isn't new news. But mark my words, she wants your guns. Just like Barack Obama wants your guns. It's up to you to get the word out. It's up to you to protect America, protect our Constitution, protect your freedom, your liberty. And as I say over and over again, it is our Second Amendment and our right to bear arms and form a well-regulated militia that protects what I'm doing here today on this grassroots platform, vocalizing the truth, exercising my freedom of speech, and doing my best as a watchman, and as all of you tuning in, to get that truth out to as many people as possible worldwide. Hard-hitting and in your face, I'm Christopher Green. Make it viral and stay tuned. Got a lot more coming. Peace.